It's Queen back. So real quick, excuse me, my allergies are acting up. I just find it real ironic how throughout my whole life I have always had, we all have little haters, enemies, hidden enemies, people that say sly shit behind our back, shit like that. As soon as I go travel to Florida, ATL, Miami, shit like that, sell my house, flip my house, buy me a new vehicle, you know, do some fly shit real quick, have your credit all right, shit like that. You become a threat to certain groups of people. And I'm not gonna go into what type of group of people, but you become a threat to multiple groups of people for different reasons. Okay, and I find it real ironic how out of nowhere, all of a sudden, I'm a threat to these groups of people based on my livelihood, based on how I live my life, based on how I speak, based on how I'm seen in society, no matter what they try to make me be seen as. Excuse me, spiritual sneeze. So you become a threat when people see that you could actually step in doors and the rooms that they are in. This is spiritual, very much part of my spiritual journey. Excuse me, y'all. So, you can step in rooms that other people deem you not worthy to step in, deem you not brackets that you're not deemed to be able to step in. Mind you, I've wasted about 7 years on being attacked, being targeted, being, you know, played by, my children's fathers for monetary gain or attention or, to fit in other groups so they don't get, have any problems with these people and shit like that, right? So, in the midst of realizing all of that, while not being able to raise my children and shit like that, it just become clear to me that they have put me in many categories and I've had to weed them out and put them in certain places. Like, okay, so you're here, and you're there, okay. So I've realized that a lot of people that I have, people have had people that have had issues with me are darker skinned than me, of my race. I hear people mention stuff about my complexion. I hear people, when they try to talk to me or speak to me, they go like this, and little, as I told y'all before, little comments about talking too intelligent, not know how to talk to other black people, to be a black girl. I didn't know it was a particular way you're supposed to talk when you're a black girl. All right, so it's like I'm categorized and I check off to be not one of them. I don't belong in the hood. This is new to me. When a guy that I used to talk to barely, like a couple months or so, told me that I'm lucky they let me stay in the hood, and I've been in this state all my life, like abused, a model, all that shit, like somebody that y'all actually look up to. When I found out that I was lucky to be here, I was like, oh, what? Really? So I had to, do some reevaluation of myself. And it's like, it's giving your races against your own race for shallow shit. Like, before I got my perm, oh, her hair gets curly when it's wet. We don't have that type of hair. Like, they could say, oh, her hair is curly, it's wavy. Our hair looks like this. So you're in another category than us. You're not one of us. Oh, you're lighter, but we're darker. They really categorize this shit. Like, I always knew that, yeah, people battle against, each other, or light skin against dark skin, different shit like that, but it goes deeper. Like, I'm caramel, you're mocha. Of course we don't like each other. Like, type shit. I don't have time for this. It's like keeping up with your emotions on a day-to-day basis. I don't give a fuck about. If you're insecure or you have your own emotions or something that you're going through about your own image or how you feel about yourself, that's on you. All of my children's fathers are African American men, minus the 45 to 30% Asian, Chinese descent or ethnicity that my first children's father had in his blood. Okay? So it was like I never even knew at the age of 15 that I was, well, not even 15, because that's when I first got pregnant with my daughter. Me and her father been dating since I was 10. Okay, we've been dating since I was 10. So at 10 years old, 10 years old, not knowing anything about, race and ethnicity and skin color and stuff like this, I had it fucked up out the gate. First dating experience, losing my virginity, shit like that. It was like, you were a man that's Chinese and black at 10 years old. And no wonder they always were like, y'all still together? We not gonna break up. And not knowing I'm 31 and I'm just now getting this realization that I had it hard straight out the gate in my dating life, in my dating scene, because my first children's father and my first love is a Asian descent man, half and half black. Not only that, that's part of my legacy because we do have children, and we will have grandchildren. All right. So nonetheless, a lot of y'all, especially y'all men, y'all like to say, "Oh well, if once you conceive with another black male, then you kill that descent off, you kill that Asian descent off," and that's not necessarily true. It's going to be in their blood regardless. Okay. So this is another reason why a lot of people are, my children are in the system. They are trying to take out an ethnicity that they don't approve of because they're considered like part of the white race, Asians, and not to mention they already think I'm white. They already think that I talk white. I want to be white. I don't belong to the hood. I'm lucky they let me stay here. So I have been dealing with this straight out the gate since 10 years old. I'm 31 and I'm just now getting this download and this realization. Okay, excuse me. And then here's the kicker, is that the people that are actually in, like the people that I'm getting this realization about, these are like our parents and aunts and older siblings and shit like that. Like these are people that are like elders to me and my children's father, and like we're babies to these people. So we're, we didn't have it. Like we're far behind, what y'all have tried to plan for us, what y'all have tried to destroy for us, how y'all emotions and feelings have been projected onto us. Like we fought as long as we could, like for 10 years to be together, but it just, as I said before in another video, it was tiring. Like you motherfuckers are like, they just don't let up. And we haven't been together in, our son is what, 13? Like, we haven't been together for 10, 11, 12, 13 years now, since my son, our last child was born. So, people stay stuck in the past. And then once we had a child together, it was like, okay, whether they're together or not, she has children mixed with him. Like, my family have tried to jump me pregnant with my son and everything. They had slapped my daughter. My family member had slapped my daughter when she was first born. Like, she was like 2 or 3 years old. Like, I never paid attention to, because I was never shallow like that. So I didn't even never walk around like, yeah, my boyfriend's at 10 years old. I'm not worried about that. Like, we were stuck together like glue. Like, so at 10 years old, I wasn't worried about looking for reasons to make people mad or brag about me and him being together, because we was like 2 peas in a pod. So I wasn't worried about it. But lo and behold, we have children. It's like a saga. Like, it's never, when is it going to end? Like, my grandchildren are going to have that ethnicity. Like, I can't change that. And I wouldn't, even if I could. So, and plus, me and him have not been together in 12 years. Like, they were my first 2 children. I have 8 children. All right? He has children. He has a wife. So, I guess it never ends, because my daughter and my son is getting older, and y'all got them in the system. Y'all want control over their destiny, their life, how they're going to be raised, the send their baby. They're our children. It's like blinking and seeing us in a split image in the mirror all over again, bitch. Get the fuck over it. All right? And if you want to call me Becky, Kimberly, Rachel, then it's fine by me. But don't get it fucked up. My middle name Lakeisha. And Keisha will fuck you up. Bye.